I invite you to now bring your awareness down into your heart. We're going to start with the activation for Puerto Rico and for the Philippines. And I ask that you get present and get aligned with your heart right now. So if there's any energy where you've been kind of in your head earlier today, just let that pass for now. Just let that out of your head system right now. And just drop down all of the awareness that's in your head or up here somewhere. Just bring it down and drop it into your heart. And so I'm going to invite you to get activated in your heart, which I'm going to lead you through. And I want you to breathe in a nice deep inhale, inhaling light into your heart. Exhale any energy from your heart that doesn't serve you. Inhale light into your heart. And release anything at your heart level that doesn't serve you. And then inhale light into your heart. And let go. Okay, so now I'm just bringing in this energy, this light force energy. And I'm surrounding our container with light frequency for the highest good of the intention of this activation to be in service to Puerto Rico and the Philippines. And this will also bleed out into all areas of the planet where earthquakes and volcanoes are erupting and all these other natural phenomena that are occurring as Gaia embodies herself. So I'm calling in the light frequency right now, and I'm bringing in a high vibrational column of light, and I'm seeing that it's this wide column of light. It's a mixture of white and gold, and I'm also seeing some green in there and a little bit of pink. So this is a multicolored column of light that is coming in through your crown chakra. So just allow yourself to receive it right now. And as that's coming through, it's actually melting away anything that is considered old behaviors, old patterns in regards to your connection to God and the God light, into connection to you feeling supported. Melting that away. And I'm actually seeing our star families on standby, and our galactic emissaries are kind of looking to jump in. So I'm just going to open up the space to them because it looks like they've got a message. This is a time of receiving, they're saying. This is a time of receiving. This is not a time of constriction. And I know that they are also saying, I know that a lot of you desire to constrict right now due to the cataclysms on the earth. But the truth is that Gaia is upgrading and you are upgrading. And as you know, upgrading and rising and metamorphosizing and embodying new skin is not always comfortable and doesn't always look pleasing from the outside, but that it is something that is required. There is no emotional charge that is indicated in this embodiment. No one is being punished. In fact, this is everything that you were hoping for. The change is great, and therefore the results are great. Just hang in there. You are being supported. We are here and we are supporting you. Some of us are cloaked, and that's something that I do know for sure, is that there are a lot of starships in our stratosphere, and some of them are even a little closer. Some of them are in, very close to us right now, but a lot of them I know are cloaked, and they are here to be of assistance because this is part of the grand scheme of things, right? This is part of that higher elevation that all of us signed up for. So this is something that is coming through for all of us. And so our galactic allies are also saying that we are here in service to humanity because this is everything that we had hoped for. Don't be scared. This is all for your greater good, and this is all for your joy and your up-leveling. And this is what your heart truly desires deep down. So do not be afraid by all the changes that are shifting. You are not forgotten. You are not being abandoned. You are being up-leveled. Please see the perspective as for what it is. Thank you. So I'm just thanking them for this message. Okay. So now that column of white light energy with the gold, with the pink, with the green, and I'm seeing some sparkles along with it. It's now just entering in through the crown, and it is aligning you with the cosmic heart. The cosmic heart, you know, for those of you who like to think things through, don't think about it too much, just connect yourself, you know, just energetically with the cosmic heart at the center of our universe. And this cosmic heart is connected to the Rose Sophia, divine feminine embodiment. And she is at work here, right? She is manifesting right now through Gaia, who is an aspect of her. So the divine feminine energy of the essence is coming through now, because the structure is in upheaval, is what I'm hearing. The structure of Gaia is in upheaval, which is indicated with the earthquakes and the volcanoes and the shiftings and the fires and everything like that. And of course, some of these things, such as the fires, for instance, are man-made. However, there is a component to Gaia renewing herself. And so this is part of her renewal. So she's restructuring. So her divine masculine experience is also at play here. It's also happening. And also the divine feminine, the Rose Sophia frequency, is coming in through the crown chakra. And it's coming in from the sacred heart, the cosmic heart. And those codes are coming in now. These codes of ascension codes for 2020 are just dropping in from the cosmic heart straight into your crown. And they're just landing there, and they're actually entering in through the pineal gland, which is the seat of your consciousness. So just let that be received. And this is going to allow you, what I'm getting and what I'm hearing and picking up is that these codes, these ascension codes that are coming in from the cosmic heart, are to assist you with your embodiment, so that you may not only be in the fullness of your embodiment, but so that you can also be of service to this planet in a way that is more whole and that is in alignment with your purpose and your mission. And so now that's dropping into your heart, and from your heart, I want you to envision it being projected like a beam of high vibrational rainbow light out, and it's basically bifurcating, right? This rainbow light, and part of it is going to Puerto Rico, and part of it is going to the Philippines. And to be honest, all these different light rays are just going into these areas and spots that need to get mended all over the planet, because it's not just these two areas that are being affected right now. As we know, you know, there are earthquakes and volcanoes erupting and shaking up the planet as we speak. So just imagine this light frequency, this powerful rainbow light channeling first into Puerto Rico, into the heart of Puerto Rico. So where the biggest rifts are. In fact, I'd like you to envision where the origin of the crack of the earthquake, the genesis of the earthquake. I want you to go with me now. We're going to locate that root area, right? Like almost the epicenter of the earthquake. And we're going to just go in there, and we're going to fill it with this rainbow light, beam of light from our hearts. So there's this collective beam of light that is going in now, and it's literally like filling up with pure light frequency, which is now mending the earth, right, in alignment with the pure high vibrational love light. And remember that this energetic power that is emerging from our heart as rainbow light is actually coming in and channeling through us from the cosmic heart, from the Rose Sophia, from this divine feminine power. And as you know, the divine feminine power is all about the intuition, all about the flow, all about the nurturing, the nourishment, the essence, the life force, right? So imagine that it's pouring out of your heart through this rainbow light, into that epicenter of the earthquake in Puerto Rico. And that it's literally filling it up, flooding it with this pure light vibration, and like literally you can see almost like it's mending, almost as if, you know, when you accidentally cut yourself and then your fibers in your skin and muscles start to mend. This is what I'm seeing. It's like just like Gaia's skin is starting to mend, right? So it's, you know, she's already churned it up. The earth has shaken up and shaken out, right? And so now it's mending with this love light, with this powerful rainbow light that is infused and encoded with the ascension codes from the Rose Sophia, from the Gaia Rose Sophia, the divine feminine element, the divine feminine mother, filling up the epicenter. And I'm seeing it almost with this emerald frequency, right? Because Puerto Rico actually carries this wealth code and this emerald crystalline energy, and it's a structure that is underneath, you know, it is this rich port, right? So just we're going to ignite the rich port energy of Puerto Rico, igniting that emerald in her land. And we're also going to ignite the gold, because there's also gold there, right? Like, I know it's kind of fabled, but there's gold there. It's called rich for a reason, right? So and gold is a high conduit for light. And so let us ignite the gold. I'm going to go ahead and awaken that gold there in Puerto Rico to raise the vibration of the land in conjunction with the emerald crystalline frequency in the land. And that is now being infused and bathed with our rainbow light essence and, you know, fluid light frequency that is coming in. And it's now flooding that emerald frequency, that crystalline structure. It's flooding the gold there in Puerto Rico. And it's mixing together in this very high vibrational healing energy. So imagine this beautiful green emerald mixing in with a pink light frequency. So this is also resonating with the heart chakra, and also with that pink God ray of light, which is equated with love. And so just sending pure love frequency straight into the epicenter of Puerto Rico. It's filling up the crevices of the epicenter right now with our rainbow love light that has been infused with the cosmic ascension codes from the Rose Sophia. So just imagine it filling up, and almost like sutures, these rifts are starting to heal up, and the structures are starting to heal, the rifts are starting to mend. And as a result, the power lines are coming back on. Everything is coming back into rejuvenation. Everything is getting recharged. The energy of the land is getting recharged with this rainbow light frequency that we are channeling into the epicenter of Puerto Rico's earthquake. And this is now informing and flooding into, almost like as if all the cracks that were connected to all the different earthquakes that have happened before or since then, it's filling up all those rifts with this pure healing light vibration, rainbow light infused by the cosmic heart, infused by the Rose Sophia, this divine feminine essence, ascension codes for 2020, dropping into Puerto Rico. And so now this is actually what I'm feeling, is that it's energizing to the island, energizing all resources, magnetizing all resources to Puerto Rico that it requires in order to rejuvenate, in order to recharge, in order to replenish. So everything that is replenished, cracked open, raw, is now getting healed. Everything is getting sutured up in an optimal way. That is after everything aligns, because everything's getting aligned first and then it's healing up, right? This is a powerful activation to assist with the healing of the land, Puerto Rico. We're sending also this rainbow light frequency off into all the hearts of those animals in the yunque, in the waters, because I feel, and then also in the mountains. So I'm feeling like those are the ones who are needing it the most, right? The wildlife there, and of course, humanity that lives there, right? So it is augmenting the frequency of the land and the rainbow light that you are emitting that has sutured and healed and made into alignment the epicenter of the earthquakes in Puerto Rico is now getting channeled into the hearts of all the wildlife. It is helping them to feel more calm, because some of them I know are feeling really abandoned and really like concerned, and they too have lost loved ones, right? So sending them so much love as the land is transitioning, sending the people and humanity and the land so much love as it transitions, because it is up leveling highly. Like this is actually part of that land's up leveling. So just imagine this higher, it's almost like Puerto Rico's like in this container of high energy, and it's being surrounded in almost like this blanket of rainbow love. So just go ahead and surround even the land now, and even Vieques and all those little other tiny like islands that are around it. Just like surround it with this pure rainbow light frequency. And as you do so, understand that you are sending a pure love frequency of healing, light, and a magnetism of resources for that land. So in other words, after this activation, portals of resources are going to start opening up in a grander way for Puerto Rico, that they're going to receive what they require in terms of food, shelter, sanitation, road work, even electricity. Everything that they require, they are receiving now. These portals are opening to them. So no matter what is appearing on the physical level, that these portals of resources and opportunity are opening for Puerto Rico. And they're being surrounded right now with this optimized rainbow light frequency to assist, so that even as we are completing this work with Puerto Rico, it is still going to keep going. Like literally, it's a program that's going to keep running. So we're going to insert this now as a programming of light, of the rainbow light frequency for Puerto Rico, so that not only that is that deep epicenter mending, and all the land is mending, and the wildlife is healing, and humanity on that land is healing, but it is upgrading in vibration. And the upgrade in vibration is magnetizing to it all resources and opportunities that it requires to rejuvenate, recharge, up-level, replenish. And so it is. So that's the energy for Puerto Rico. And that's going to keep going, that's going to keep running. And now we're going to direct that frequency of the rainbow love light to the Philippines, specifically to Taal volcano in Tagaytay. And it is this beautiful volcano within a volcano. The last time it erupted was in 1977. And I think that was more of a smaller eruption. The biggest eruption before that was in, I think, 1911. And so there seems to be this pattern with Ta'al that it erupts during very significant chapters and milestones on this planet and for that land. And so the Philippines, that too has a lot of rich energy, and people have gone to the Philippines to mine gold, right? And so I'm seeing this pattern of the Philippines and Puerto Rico, both with their access to that gold, right? That gold frequency, that lost gold. And that, part of what's coming in through these activations is that the lost gold is actually activating for that land. And the gold, being a high conduit of light, is assisting in the upgrade and the foundational frequency of these lands. So that too is happening for the Philippines. The gold is awakening for the Philippines, for the land of the Philippines. It is upgrading the land, the frequency of the land. And I'm now focusing on the volcano. And if you had seen my post on Facebook and Instagram, especially that viral one that went viral on Instagram just yesterday, and it's still going viral. I shared some work that I did on the Ta'al volcano. I was told that I needed to work on the column of smoke and ash that had emerged. And so I did that work. And so now, we're actually I'm just going to tap into what's required right now for the Philippines for Ta'al volcano. Okay, so I'm being called to address the air quality. Okay, so I'm being told that the work that I did on the column of ash was helpful and effective, but now kind of like the leftover ash is affecting the air quality for the humanity there, as well as for the wildlife. And this is also affecting those in the oceans, the humanity, because there are beings in the waters who live there, and there are more people there, although they don't look like what pop culture likes to make them look like. And also I'm sensing the energies of the animals there. And so too, the animals are also, just like in Puerto Rico, they're really feeling kind of like a heightened anxiety over the upheaval of their land, kind of like they're trying to look for a new home. They're trying to look for a place with clear air. And so we're opening up portals so that these animals, these wildlife, and humanity are all finding segues to open air, to better air quality, and that they're all receiving resources and opportunities to access that for themselves. And we're sending a pure love frequency straight into the mouth of Ta'al volcano, and just send your rainbow light straight into the mouth of the volcano, straight down into the magma, straight into the root of Ta'al. And allow that to land into the root of the volcano. And I feel like the word root is very important here. It's almost like the foundation is in upheaval. And so we're sending this pure love frequency of our rainbow light, energy and light, into the root of Ta'al volcano, where it's being received now, and it's energizing the root, and it's assisting Gaia in her release. Because what all of this is with the volcanoes and the earthquakes, this is Gaia releasing, letting go of her suffering, letting go of all this pain, and also just segueing into her new form, right? She's also segueing into new embodiment, and that's why literally the structures and the tectonic plates are shifting, breaking up. So just feel this momentum. And we're also going to insert that Rose Sophia, the Ascension codes from the Cosmic Heart and from the Rose Sophia, straight into the mouth of the volcano, straight into the root of Ta'al volcano. And it's spreading into the root of the volcano, And what I'm noticing is that it's actually helping the beings who have lived in the volcano, because some of them just went deeper, some of them like went on land. But for the ones who went deeper, a lot of them are very nervous, and including also the wildlife, because there are certain species that have not yet, what I'm gathering and what I'm picking up right now is there are some species that have not been visible by man yet that are associated with that volcanic land. And so they also are, you know, kind of internally there. And so they are receiving this higher vibrational coding of the upgrade for Gaia, this love code as well. It is healing their anxiety. It is healing their pain and their sorrow, because they too have lost loved ones, family members, things like that. And I'm talking about humanity there, the beings there, even the non-human beings, including the wildlife. You know, all of them are shifting. And I'm seeing the volcanic crust, or the cone, if you will, being infused with that rainbow light frequency. And now it's covering the entire volcano. And now it's infusing into the lake around the volcano. And then it's infusing into the cone of the volcano outside of that volcano, because like I said, it's a volcano within a volcano, within a lake, right? So it is receiving all of that energized, powerful energy, this higher vibrational light frequency, this encodement of light energy spreading into the water, into the lake, into the outer ocean, informing those in the water of these light codes, infusing them with this upgrade, with this ascension upgrade, so they're all receiving assistance. The humanity is also receiving assistance. The land is receiving the codes deeply into really the depth of the land in the Philippines, and specifically in that area. And it's upgrading the quality of that land. It's upgrading the quality of the consciousness on that land. Just allow it to be received. And it's just filtering in, kind of like, you know, if you ever saw The Matrix, you see like these falling codes just like kind of falling in. And so that's literally what you're seeing, is codes just falling in, just like with Puerto Rico. All these codes are just falling into the volcano, falling into the lake outside the volcano, falling into the volcano outside of that volcano, and into the lake outside of that volcano. And a lot of volcano and lake action here. And so now it's just infusing it with this higher level vibration. It is creating new life in that area, that this ash is actually going to inform new generation, and even the seeds of what is going to be regerminating after, you know, this ash downfall. It's actually going to help with the new seeds that are even now starting to percolate. And this happened too with Australia in last week's activation. But these seeds that are planting now in the Philippines are encoded with a new paradigm, the new earth coding. This is going to assist in the higher vibrational standing of the DNA coding of the land, of the seeds that are going to be germinating the new plantations, the new vegetation, the new trees, the new, you know, the canopies of trees. It's going to be informing all of that. So let that just now keep dropping in into the land in the Philippines, specifically at Taal. And as that's happening, it is literally, I'm seeing like these light codes that are now in the air around Taal and neighboring vicinities. And I think it's basically in Batangas, which is that province that, you know, it's in. So we're just bringing in that light frequency to purify the air with the light frequency. And to be honest, it's not just me only leading this, and aside from you taking part of this activation, but we are currently receiving assistance from galactic forces to assist in clearing the air so that this toxic greenhouse effect is not going to be too toxic for humanity as well as for the wildlife. And so I'm literally seeing kind of like sparkles, glitter, cosmic light, kind of just percolating throughout the air, kind of clearing up the particles, almost like there are these little tiny particles of light that are just kind of scooping up these ash particles so that they don't become this toxic experience for those who live in the area. Almost kind of like they're like eating it up, kind of like antioxidants, just eating them all up and, you know, purifying the air. So we can even imagine like this gigantic black tourmaline crystalline frequency, because I feel like there's also this piece around protection that that this aspect of the Philippines is requiring. And also black tourmaline is highly effective against electromagnetic frequencies. And I feel like that's something that's running rampant, you know, because certain systems aren't really in place over there. And also I feel that this is also going to help with the quality of the air due to the ash. So I'm just bringing in this black tourmaline crystalline frequency, and I'm just surrounding that around the Taal volcano. And so this is serving partially as protection. It's also serving as kind of like healing all of that EMF, all those electromagnetic frequencies. It's clearing out all of this distraction noise, because I feel like a lot of that is happening there in the Philippines, a lot of distraction energy so that, you know, certain individuals aren't able to really on a collective level embody their power as much. I feel like that's also happening. So this black tourmaline is assisting with the protection aspect, as well as the empowering and grounding aspect that black tourmaline provides, and also with the EMF aspects that it provides. And so that is now just surrounding, like literally it's that large that it's surrounding that volcano within a volcano at Taal, and infusing it with this high vibrational protective frequency at Taal. And it's also assisting in clearing out the ash and increasing the vibrancy and the elevation of the frequency in the air for all those involved locally in that area. And so again, just imagining that rainbow light frequency just pouring into the mouth of Taal, spreading out into the cone and the lake, and the cone and the lake, into all surrounding areas, affecting and impacting on a greater level the air quality. So now it's like literally getting cleared up with this high vibrational cosmic light frequency. We're getting assistance from our galactic allies right now. They're helping us as we're doing this. So I just want to thank them. Thank you so much for assisting us in this activation, especially in clearing the air quality there. And we're infusing that rainbow light, just like we did with Puerto Rico. Let us now project that beautiful rainbow light frequency, because remember, as you know, it's not necessarily coming from us. We're literally channels of this rainbow light frequency from the cosmic heart out into wherever it needs to go. And we applied it to Puerto Rico. Now we're going to apply it into the Philippines, into the hearts of the wildlife, to assist them in this elevation and this higher consciousness that they're also experiencing, so that they may heal optimally and they may access nourishment and shelter optimally. And the same thing with all of humanity in that area, in that vicinity, that they feel that they are accessing their nourishment, their vitality, shelter if it's required, and above all, high vibrational, clear air quality. So they are accessing all of this now. And they too, just like with Puerto Rico, we're now opening portals so that they may receive the assistance and resources they require in order to heal that much faster, in order to receive whatever they need that much faster. And all those portals are opening now so that they're receiving assistance optimally. Everyone is optimally receiving nourishment, shelter, high-level air quality that is clear and that fills their lungs with nourishment, that oxygenates their bodies optimally. And I'm talking about humanity as well as the non-humans who live there, because there are many of those there, and also the wildlife, and of course the land. And then these seeds that are starting to germinate, even now, like it's already starting to happen, they're already starting to germinate they're all infused with the new codes of the new earth. And I'm seeing that happening right now. And I'm inserting that new code energy into the seeds at Taal and all surrounding vicinities and into the land of the Philippines, that they may rejuvenate, and all of the vegetation, the trees, the forest, the rainforest, the jungle, all being infused with new life, with new optimal frequency and coding in the seeds and in the DNA of the vegetation, of the wildlife, and of the humanity there. So sending it, surrounding it with this pure love, rainbow light frequency. It's almost like in a container of its own. Receive that there. And as that's happening, feel that closure that it's receiving, the healing that it's received. Feel that vibration, sending that vibration of love into the land of Puerto Rico and into the Philippines, specifically into Taal and Batangas region. Infusing it with this high vibrational frequency. Now encoded with the Rose Sophia energy. And bring that now back to your body. That rainbow light frequency expanding in your soul, beginning at your heart, now expanding throughout your body, emerging from your heart into your physical body, now past your physical body into your auric field around 1 to 3 feet out, cleansing your auric field so that any constriction you may have been holding around your concern for the land, whether it be specifically for Puerto Rico or the Philippines or any other land, or just even planetarily, that any constriction and fear energy in your system is falling away right now with this pure love frequency coming in from the Rose Sophia, this divine feminine love. Feel that pour over you, like literally almost like kind of like a flash dance experience, right? If you ever saw Flashdance, there's this period where the main character is dancing and she gets splashed with this water. That's kind of how I'm seeing it with the Rose Sophia for you, just splashing all over you, covered and surrounded by the Rose Sophia high vibrational nectar of light, so that this is assisting you to trust your intuition, to trust your flow, to trust that all is well, despite what it appears like, and that everything you require is already on its way to you. That is now informing your heart, your physical vessel, and beyond into your auric field, and now just let it go beyond. Let it go beyond, out into the vast universe. And as you go out into the vast universe, receive the codes of that expansion. Receive, receive, receive. And now I want you to take your hands and almost kind of like you're cupping all of that cosmic vibration, bringing it to your heart, and just insert it into your heart. Bring it into your heart and insert it there. And as you're inserting it there, let it infuse into your heart and to all aspects of your being beyond time and space. Now come back to your body. Come back to the room. Wiggle your fingers and toes. And I'm going to seal in this healing. Sometimes I seal it in with something specific. Sometimes I just verbally say that I'm sealing it in. But today I'm called to use my ocarina flute to seal in this powerful healing for the land, this activation, the lands of Puerto Rico and the Philippines. And when you're ready, open your eyes.